What is up guys, welcome back to Mine's Completely in Tech, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Umidgi Smartwatch fitness tracker with GPS built in. Alright, so let's get started. So in the box you first get your charging cable. So it is a USB to a magnetic charger. So as you can see here in the center you have your two pins, which I believe are plus and minus. And over here you have your two magnets which stick to the watch. Then you have your instruction manual, and you of course get the watch itself. There's not much in the box, just most basic unpacking experience. So first of all, looking at the build quality of the watch. So first of all, the strap, one of the most important parts. So it's got a TPU rubber strap which is really nice and flexible. And you can also get this watch in many different colors. So I got this in the space gray color, although you can get it in icy white, titanium gray, rose gold, and ocean green. So looking at the sides here, it comes in a aircraft grade aluminium frame, and at the back here you got a plastic here. The watch's diameter is actually 44 millimeters, so it's quite it's not too big. It's quite nice and compact on the wrist. It sits very nice and well. It's got a thickness of 12.9 millimeters, and it also weighs 26 grams without the strap. Now what's really impressive for a budget fitness tracker is that it's waterproof for up to 50 meters, which is really good for a budget fitness tracker. It also has the same rating as the Mi Band generation. So from the Mi Band 3 onwards, so far they've kept their watches to a standard of 50 ATM or 50 meters. So looking at the screen here, first of all you can control it by these two buttons and by touchscreen. So you press one of the buttons to power it, switch it on. So it's got a color TFT LCD touch display, and you can see the screen size is 1.1 inch, but it does have quite a lot of bezel around the screen. So bezel is basically the black parts which is not lit up. So if I turn on the screen, the parts that are not lit up is called bezel. The resolution is 240 by 240. And it's got a touchscreen 2.5D tempered glass with an anti-fingerprint coating, which is good. The anti-fingerprint helps, so like you're getting your fingerprint marks on there. It's got two physical buttons, like I mentioned easier. And at the back here, it's got as you saw it's got two heart rate sensors, one there and one there. The middle one's a light sensor, so it knows if your wrist is there. And the one over here is a SpO2 blood oxygen monitor. So this watch can connect to your phone via Bluetooth 5.0. It is backwards compatible. It's got a battery life of 10 days on average as a daily use mode. The standby time is 40 days, and the charge time is 2.5 hours, and it can be connected using an app called PiActive. So let's have a look at some of the features of the watch. So if you power it on, you get a nice display, and you can change some of these around by holding down on the home screen. The watch will vibrate. You can flip through some of the built-in displays. So I kept on this one. I thought this was just kind of nice, big writing. So if you want to get to the main menu, you can press this top button here. So as you can see here, we've got sports data, status, sleep, heart rate, SpO2, BP, blood pressure, messages, music, weather, flashlight, alarm, find my phone, compass, shutter, timer, stopwatch, and settings. And also on the home screen, if you slide down, you've got the do not disturb mode, keep screen on. You can set the time limit in the settings. Find my phone shortcut, alarm in the settings shortcut. You've got the date here, and you also have the battery percentage, and you got like a little thing here saying whether you're connected. Right, so I've put the watch on, and first of all I want to test out the heart rate. So let me open the menu up. Heart rate. So right now it's showing 87 beats per minute, 89, and because I'm talking it's going to go up a little bit. I'll say it's pretty accurate, the sensor, because I compared it to a pulse oximeter, which basically tells you the pulse oximeter basically tells you your blood oxygen and your heart rate at the same time. So as you can see here, the heart rate is really accurate. The reason it's still running is because I had it on the all day mode where I measured it all day. So let's have a look at the SpO2. Unfortunately, this cannot measure all day, although it can track during exercise and sleep. So it takes a couple of seconds for it to work, but as you can see here, it's showing my SpO2, my blood oxygen is 99 to 98%, which is very, very good. And I think it's quite accurate because I remember the pulse oximeter was also showing about the same level. So before I start about the blood pressure monitoring, I just want to say that in the app you do actually have to configure, meaning calibrate the blood pressure. So to be able to do that and get your most accurate reading, you need to actually own a blood pressure machine yourself. If you don't, you can still do it without, but the readings may not be as accurate. So let's go ahead and try it. I've calibrated mine in the app. Now it does take a couple minutes, so I will pause the video. Right, so these are the end result. It's saying that my systolic is 112 over diastolic, which is 72, which is about right for a heart rate for a healthy person. So now it's my favorite bit, the GPS sports tracking. Now I was very shocked when I actually saw this watch had GPS for £32 compared to a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, which is like over £100. So this watch actually has 3 GPS sensors. So it has GPS, GLONASS, and Beidou, which is really impressive, as the Fitbit Hawaii or the Apple one only comes with GLONASS and GPS. This has the extra Beidou on, which is good. So let's have a look at the sports mode it has. So it has running, walking, cycling, sorry about that, treadmill, walking inside, so probably on your treadmill, biking, hiking, climbing, rowing, badminton, elliptical, football, basketball, tennis, yoga, dance, and just normal training. So obviously the outdoor exercises will have the GPS in there. So I'm going to try running. Now it will take a couple seconds for it to position. I'm indoors, so it will take a bit of time. If you're outdoors, I can guarantee it does go quite quick. Although indoors it just does fine, but it just might take a bit longer. So it took around a minute for this to calibrate. I actually had to go nearby my bedroom window to help it receive the satellites. But once it is actually linked with the satellites and it's successfully connected to them, it actually impressively stays linked to them indoors, because I went nearby a window, it connected them, but once it's connected and you start moving around inside your house, it won't actually lose its connection. So if you hit the settings icon here, you can just like select some of the settings on here: heart rate limit, high speed, low speed, distance, calories, time, kilometer, and sorry about that. You can just hit go and it'll start the workout. So I think that these are all the things you get. So you can see your heart rate, your kilometers per hour, how many kilometers done, and your time. It does actually track SpO2, but you can't see it on this. You can only see it in the app after the workout is finished. So I'm going to stop the workout here. And it won't actually record, but luckily I've got a workout from someone I just did earlier today. So it tracked pretty well. It does show the SpO2 in the app, which I'll show you guys later on. So you can see my distance, time, calories, footsteps, frequency, which I'm not sure about, stride, average heart rate. So your max heart rate and your average pace. Now, one thing I just wanted to say is that there's actually so people who have got this watch, some people have been saying that there isn't like a back option, but the way to do this is that you just swipe left to right and it can go back, as they don't actually say this on the manual. So let's go ahead and look at the app. Oh yeah, so just one more thing before the app. If you swipe left to right, you get your like your steps, your calories, and like how many steps you've done, and like you can set targets in the app and stuff. So as you get into the app, you can set up your profile, etc., etc. Then you can see first over here your number of steps that you've done. You can see your consumption, not sure what that is, I think just how many calories you might have burned, your heart rate, your blood oxygen, so like it says here 98, your blood pressure, I've already calibrated that. So this is the walking that I did today, I'll show you guys that in a minute. And what's really nice is that it tracks your sleep, which is really handy. Now, the first couple of days of gaining it, it's not going to be accurate because you need to learn your body clock and when you go to sleep and when you come awake. Now, it does actually track your SpO2 during the night, which is really good. So when you open it, you can see here SpO2 at midnight or in the morning it was 98%, and at 2 a.m. it was 99%. So you have a key here when you're woken up, when you're light sleeping and when you're deep sleeping. So it does say here that I fell asleep at 9:49, which I didn't, but like I said earlier, that it will learn your body clock over time. And you also use your pulse maybe to have a look. So it says I slept for 7 hours 22 minutes. It has your different ratios of when you were asleep, when you wake up, sleep time, wake up time. It has your deep sleep ratio in percentage. And yes, as it does say here, not for medical devices, data of reference only. So they just have to say that, but I can say it is generally accurate. So this is the workout report that I promised to show. So as you can see here, this is the map of where I've walked, and I can tell you it is really accurate, and I was really impressed. I have zoomed out a little bit because I didn't want to reveal my home address. So that's why it doesn't look as good on this, but obviously when you see your one, it'll be much better. You can zoom in and out of it. If you scroll down here, it shows your kilometers, time, your time consumed, your average pace, average speed, your consumption, your average heart rate, number of steps, your cadence and your stride. So this is where your blood, and this is the blood oxygen SpO2. And you can see here we have a cadence graph, the heart rate graph, and the heart rate zones. You can also have notifications on your watch, such as phone notifications. So someone ringing you will come up. SMS, Skype, Kakao Talk, WeChat, WhatsApp, Line, Telegram, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and other. So some of them are like apps you can find in China. Some of them are ones you can get in the UK, such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Skype, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Others, basically, you can have any notification that comes in, you'll get. You also can get an alarm clock, which you can set in here. Now, another shocking feature for a big budget fitness tracker is that something called the third-party program. Basically, you can sync all of your like workout reports and steps and stuff to Google Fit and Strava. Now, this is quite rare for a budget fitness tracker to have this option, as most Garmin and Fitbit ones only have this option. So I'm now going to look at some of the other features of the watch, such as sports data, like I showed you guys earlier. We have status. I'm not sure what that does. Oh, that just tells you your steps and stuff. You can get your sleep. That will come in the morning. You got your heart rate, to messages, music control, which you can do as well. Weather, You can see your today's and your whole week forecast. You've got flashlights, so you can basically see your white light, and if you want to switch it off, you just tap here. You've got alarm, like I said earlier. I think that's about it. You got Find My Phone, you got compass here. I think it uses the GPS to do it. You got remote shutter, timer, stopwatch, and the settings. You can just change the GPS power on this. Change the display. There's actually 3 brightness settings. You got level 1, level 2, and level 3 is why you should keep it on. You got sleep, so I'll set to 5 seconds. And yeah, guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please smash the subscribe button and hit the like button. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.